back again with another one. Yeah, the man with the most catalog not for sale.
Militant, GFB.
Alright, I'm gonna pause that real quick till more people get up in the room. But I just wanna share with you guys what was the thought process behind this. I remember being at my daughter's school and watching the students, you know, paying attention to the students, and I dedicated that song to the students because at the end of the day, I seen them children, some of the children, they was trying to focus on their way into school. And I had this thing where I would sit at my daughter's school, I spend the whole day at the school just to see how things were running, see how teachers interacted with the students. So with that being said, I paid attention to these children and watching how they moved, and you know, paid attention to behaviors, mainly my daughter's behavior, because before she transitioned, she was she was a homeschool student from like 2nd grade to like 7th grade. Me and my team, we homeschooled this young lady and try to get her on the right track, but we finally participated in her attending school, and everything went awry, you know, because the teachers and the faculty and everything else, they wasn't in tune with the student. Not only our student, but also other students. What's going on? I see you in the room. Where you calling? You know what I'm saying? Where you from? You know, let me know what's the word. My man, funny. I get it. Yeah, but anyway, you know, this song was basically tapping into the students, and I wrote this for the students. So without further ado, I'm gonna let this song rock out. Brother, whatever you got going on, like I said, let me know where you calling, where you from. I see people up in here, where y'all from. I'll shout you out.
Yo, I'm the man with the most. Aim for the dope, when provoke, kill him soft with a lethal dose. In and out, move like a ghost. Let heavy smoke take control. Get I said a note, and I won't. Why get you cold? Since elementary, militant time, my energy. On this where I'm from now to infinity. The identity of the enemy is kin to me. Faced with agony, another victory. Picture me being a teacher. Got students going hard, being a leader. To play a part, can't be a woman beater.
Can't be a woman beater.
Even losing blood, sweat, and tears. Try to lead up. Prepare to face the grim reaper. Navigate life through drastic measures. The hidden treasure can't bow down to the pressure. Never stiff on the heckler. Other two evil sided with the lesser light as a feather. For this life project, I present logic. It gets tense from the top. It can't make no sense.
Where y'all from?
Project, reppin' logic. Gets tense. Most topics don't make no sense. For this life project, I present logic. It got tense when the topic ain't make no sense. My life project, reppin' logic. It gets tense. Most topics don't make no sense. Spiritual inspector, thought-provoking like a professor. Deceit mixed with jealousy, going out on a stretcher. In my era, no time for error. Dealt with terror, demise reflected in the mirror. Couldn't handle it. It gets more clear what you saw, seen it before. Became the whore, going through that door. When you broke the law, give it to them raw. Go up on the score when it's war. Need I say more? Look the wrong way, encounter gunplay with wolves lay. You became prey every day and all day when you shot it. Blind to current events, then you popped it. Caught your first offense. If I committed, that's flagrant. Create attention, be aware of the vibes you send it. Miscommunication, non-comprehending, loss of brain cells. That's how you learn your lesson. Any more questions? This life project, I present logic. It gets tense from the top, it can't make no sense. My life project, reppin' logic. It gets tense, most topics don't make no sense. For
Good for you, man. All I can say is pray about it, bro. The one to survive the slums had to come from amongst them bums since I was young.
Where I hung, breathing the raw smoke, you could damage the lung. Had to be tough where I'm from, it was rough. Use both hands, some choose to run. In other words, go get a gun. As I started to grow, you already know the taste of blood in my mouth, calling them out. Friend from foe in the jungle, you learn to be humble. Get approached, don't mumble. Get ready to go. In my hood to advance, you took a chance. Get knocked out, taking a stand. Stand my pedigree, straight G, inherited beat. Eyes wide open, got no sleep. Up on my feet, playing my position. Less talking, more listening. Fought hard not to be a victim. Look back on my life. God, I'm blessed. The struggle had me stressed. Coming up, labeled as a threat. Everywhere I went, demanded respect. Like a doctor, giving your heart a check. You failed to test. For this life project, I present logic. It got tense when the topic ain't make no sense. For this life project, I present logic. It gets tense when the topic ain't make no sense. My life project, present logic. It gets tense. Most topics don't make no sense. For this life project, I present logic. It got tense when the topic ain't make no sense. My life project, reppin' logic. It gets tense. Most topics don't make no sense.
Yeah, that one right there was real dear to the heart. You know, like I stated before, you know, I wrote that as an inspiration for the children that I encounter, because a lot of these children, they don't have positive mentors or role models. So I try to bring my A game to the situation, and you know, that song was real dear to me. I talked about, you know, being a teacher, and in order to be a part of this movement, you can't be a woman beater and no incest either. So I mean that, I meant that when I said that. So, you know, the next song that I'm gonna let y'all hear is Moves in Motion. Now this song right here was a song that I grew up listening to. The instrumental was a song I used to listen to, but no, I'll take that back. The next song is something that I redid. I've done this song in the past and I've just remastered it because this song was like the catalyst for the movement and I had to do it. So this is called Can I Live My Life? When you get a chance, there's a video for that on YouTube and you can check it out, leave a comment. You know, even when they're hating in the hood, we need that. So without further ado, this is called Can I Live My Life? Let me know what y'all think, and let me know where y'all checking in from, and I'll give you a shout, because it's all about, you know, keeping it real with the peoples. So let me know. Let me know what's going on. Let's do this. Yes. Mike Militant. Oh, okay. A few people up in here.
Can I live, raise my seeds, without a sucker way to have my life, Can I live, raise my seeds, teach them right, Can I live my life? Change my ways, my vision told me how to listen, I managed, made it to another day. My demise kept me moving like a savage, caused damage, some cases, did it for the cabbage. Build with my little dude, teach him how to move, what to do, live right another night. Through my child's eyes, I live a long life, keeping it real. Picture that the hood be the trap. No matter how you move, it brings you back. Got shot, the block scorching. Days later, up in a coffin. Hammers bang out often. Want a nigga like me rotting in a prison. Reading books all day, giving hell to the system. No time for destructive ways. From the hallways, blowing down the haze. Still brushing my waves. Can I live my life? Raise my seeds, teach them right without a second. made me die. A victim of a homicide. Down the block where I reside. Disregard for life. Ways of the world make a nigga tight. Can I live my life? Raise my seeds, teach them right without a sucker waiting to end my life. Can I live my life? Raise my seeds, teach them right without a sucker waiting to end my life. Can I live my life? Raise my seeds, teach them right without the government waiting to end my life. Can I live my life? Raise my seeds, teach them right without a sucker waiting to end my life.
Yeah.
Raise my seeds, teach them.
Yeah. Like I said, that song right there was something I worked on in the past, and I just had to revise it for this project. And it was a real dear song to me because I felt like life was trying to choke me by the throat, and I wasn't allowing that to happen. But to know more, you have to read the book, Memoirs of a Militant Mind. That's something that I'm working on that's coming out soon. I thank everybody for tuning in. Let me know where you're reaching out from, and I'll give you a shout out. But the next song I'm going to play is something I worked on in the studio. Salute EAP. He came through for this one, and this one's called Moves in Motion. Let me know what you think. And after this, I'm going to shut it down. I thank everybody for tuning in. Looking forward to sharing with the audience more projects, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that's coming behind this. Thank everyone for checking in. I appreciate y'all. You know, like I said, stay tuned, because there's more to come. Moving solid flash of a titan. Militant mind, always on the front line, going hard when it's crunch time. Some get offended. Tell me keep it real, knowing you pretending. Emotionally ill, venting, no chill, brought vengeance from the entrance. Stop you in mid-sentence for misrepresenting. Point blank, period. Never been a scary kid. Oh wow, the hate is real. And on that note, we out of here. Wow.